I've had resolutions in the past and I've tried to write things down. I've tried to do all this. Hello friends, how are you? Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in. This is our very first video of 2023. If this is your first time, welcome, and if you're tuning in for the second time, thank you. Thanks a lot for supporting the channel. Today we are talking about the 10 things that I'm going to be working on this year to become the very best version of myself. Okay, they are the 10 tips, and I hope they're going to act like a guide and you can incorporate them into your journey and see what works for you and what doesn't. Thanks a lot again for tuning in. Let's see what we have for today. So the very first thing that I'm working on this year is getting organized. Okay, I'm really working on my organizational skills, and when I talk about organization, I mean organization in all areas of my life. Okay, I even got myself a planner. Okay, I'm just going to show you what that planner looks like. It's written the best version of myself. Okay, it's going to be me working on myself, tracking my habits, making sure that I know and I'm very aware of what I'm doing. Okay, so this year try and be organized. Okay, sit down, write down, and jot down everything that you're doing so that you don't have everything up in your mind. Okay, you have everything down in a paper and you're able to track down some of the habits that you're doing, and you really want to become the best. So this year, to become the very best version of myself, I'm incorporating daily planners. I'm planning my meals. I'm planning almost every part of my life. Okay, in a later video I'm going to show you how I'm also planning that in Notion. Notion is a productivity tool, and I'm going to have a template, and I'm also going to have it linked so that you guys can also try and reuse my template and see how you're going to get far with that, how far you're going to get with that. Okay, so that is it. Get organized with your life, organize your finances, organize everything that you're doing, because this year for me, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm organizing my life. I'm putting down everything. Okay. So the second thing that I'm also doing this year to become the very, to become the best version of myself is I'm going to be consistent. Okay, this year I'm planning to follow through with my plan. Okay, I've had resolutions in the past and I've tried to write things down. I've tried to do all these things, but when it comes to the consistent part and following through, I've really fallen back on that. So this year I'm really serious about everything, and I hope you are too. I hope you stay consistent. I hope you focus on your progress over perfection. I hope you sit down and track everything that you're doing. Okay, so consistency is really important. It's really a key to success. Okay, if you do something today, if you follow a healthy diet for 1 week and the following week you fall back, and then you're really going to have very inconsistent results, and that has been me over the years. So in 2023 I've really made a vow. I have said that it's a must for me to be consistent. I'm working on myself, and because I'm really committed in this journey, I'm going to be consistent. Okay. Yeah, so that's tip number 2. Try and be consistent. Okay, I've written down the steps, so I'm just going to be checking over on my notebooks to see what's the next step. Okay, I'm also going to link them down so that you can follow them. Okay, so the other thing that I'm not doing this year, okay, it's complaining. Okay, complaining has never been a strategy. Okay, don't be the kind of a person who is always complaining about everything. Okay, I'm rather focusing so much on the things that are within my control. Okay, don't be out there complaining about everything. Instead, try and see what you can learn from every situation that you go through. Don't be a complainer. Okay, because when you're complaining too much and focusing on what you're complaining, you're also not going to find the solution. But when you find yourself in a situation that you're like, oh, okay, how am I going to get out of this? focus on the solution. Okay, don't focus on the complaining part so much, because then it's going to blur your mind. It's going to create some sort of a cloud, and it's also going to give you this type of energy whereby you'll feel so low, and your mind is not going to open up and try to look for the solutions that you're looking for. Okay, so this year I'm not complaining. I'm going to be more grateful. Okay, I'm going to see, as I embrace the challenges, I'm going to see what is it that I'm learning from everything that I'm going through. Okay, so for me this year, I'm not complaining. Complaining isn't a strategy. I'm going to focus on being more grateful than anything else. Okay, so number 3 is complaining isn't a strategy. Okay, so the other thing that I'm not doing this year to become the best version of myself is I'm trying to avoid, small talk and idle talking and wasting time. Most of the time, even in our workplaces, at home, when you're trying to be productive, you'll always find some distractions here and there, and you might find yourself getting involved in some small talks, people talking about politics, people talking about gossips and everything, and these things, they take so much of your time. And before you know it, so much of your valuable time has been taken away by small talk, by things that don't really matter. Okay? They always say that time is money, that you need to spend it wisely. You don't need to waste so much of your time engaging in small talks and gossips and things that don't really matter. Okay? That way you'll never be the best version of yourself. But if you focus on doing the right thing, and that is focusing on your work, you're doing the deep work, you're going to find out that you're really productive, you're progressing, and when people try to engage you with some really small talk and things of that sort, they're going to realize that you're not really into what they're doing. You don't have to waste time. Okay, so don't waste time, spend it wisely. Time is of the essence. Okay, point number 5. One of the things that I'm doing this year to become the best version of myself is I'm going to stay connected to the source, okay, all year long. Okay, and what I mean is I'm going to stay connected to God, who is my source, my creator, my everything. Okay, most of the time we get you get so involved with our lives, with the things that are happening around us, with the world, with the problems of the world, and then we forget we don't have much control over it. Okay, because God gives us hope. When you sit down and you do a prayer, when you do down and do your daily, devotion, when you read your Bible, there is so much hope. Actually, there is hope for every day. Okay, so if you really want to be the very best version of yourself this year, be prayerful. Okay, be the kind of a person who stays connected to God. Read your Bible. Meditate, because that way it even gets your stress levels down, because when you pray to God, it's like you're submitting to higher authority, and that means when you're surrendering, it means that you're letting him take the power, and that way you're going to feel like you're being guided into the right direction. So this year, friends, stay connected to the source. Okay, stay connected to God. Let God know that you've surrendered, and that he is the only person who can guide you and get you to where you ought to be. Okay, that's really my favorite. It's amazing to stay connected to God. Okay, so the other thing, and that is going to be our point number 6, is this year I'm going to be proactive. And you know what proactive means? It means you're not reacting to situations. It's like you saw it coming, okay? You're not going to treat everything like some sort of an emergency, okay? You need to be the kind of a person who prepares long even before a situation happens. Okay, like for example, if you know it's a rainy season and you carry an umbrella, when it starts to rain, you're going to be prepared. You're going to be having the umbrella. But if you're the kind of a person, when you know it's a rainy season and then it's raining and you don't have the umbrella, you're just reacting and wondering, oh, how am I going to get home? That's really the kind of reactive lifestyle. So this year, I'm going to be proactive. I've made a decision that I'm going to plan things ahead. Okay, if you want to eat healthy, it's good to do a meal prep. Okay, you're going to plan your meals, like on a Sunday afternoon, you're going to sit down and plan your meal. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, if you're really planning to grow a healthy relationship, okay, you're going to try and understand the person that you are engaging with. Okay, that way you'll not be reacting to the situations when they behave the way they are, because you've taken your time to learn them, to study them. Okay, so this year, be proactive. Don't wait for things to happen and then you start behaving like you didn't see it coming. Okay, yeah. Okay, point number 7 is this year I'm not seeking any validation from anyone. And I know most of us do that. We take too long waiting to be validated. You want to do something, but you think it's like you need to to ask some permission from someone. You need people to validate what you're doing. Most of the time people will let you down. Most of the time people don't even want you to succeed. Okay, so the best thing to do is to bet on yourself, is to place that bet on you, because only you know how far you can go. Only you know what you're capable of. So this year I'm betting on myself. This year I'm not validating, I'm not waiting someone to validate me. I'm really validating myself and working on myself every single day. That's how you become the best version of yourself, because you're not waiting around. You'd rather be there making mistakes and learning from them and progressing, other than sitting on the sidelines wondering what would have happened if. You'd rather be inside working on yourself and growing. Okay, so this year we are validating ourselves, we are growing, we are not waiting for people to tell us what to do. Okay, on to point number 8. Okay, on the tips to become the very best version of yourself this year is eating healthy. Okay, I'm really so focused on eating plant-based this year and reducing the kind of junks that we have all over the place, because I read somewhere that you are what you eat. Okay, and your body being the temple of Christ, you need to put in the very best of foods. Okay, so this year I'm committed like 100% of eating, really actually 80% of my diet I've already incorporated plant-based. I'm eating more fruits, I'm eating, I'm portioning my meals, I'm drinking more water. I've reduced my caffeine intake because I'm a coffee person. I've really reduced my caffeine intake also, and I'm really working to become not a vegetarian, but I just want to eat healthy. Okay, now because if you show up having a healthier body, it's going to be easier for you to achieve your dreams, because your body is going to have more energy. Okay, because I have realized that anytime that I've taken plant-based, or anytime that I've eaten the best foods, okay, my energy is always, my energy and my mood, they're always looking good. Okay, I'm always feeling better, showing up better. But anytime I eat too much dairy, meat, I feel kind of lazy. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. Okay, so this year I'm really committed 100% of eating healthy food, because I know I really want to be here for a very long time, because I have so much to give to the world, and I know you also have so much to give to the world. Okay, so why not give your body the very best? Okay, so thank you. Let's get eating healthy. Okay, so on to point number 9, and that is I'm getting organized with my money. Okay, this year I said I'm going to even invest and get some classes on money literacy. Okay, on financial literacy. It's really important when you have that knowledge. Okay, you need to learn about investments, about how to grow more money, to have passive income. That is something that I've always put off over the years, and now I think it's the high time. Okay, I've already started doing some work. Okay, but I'm really heavy on getting my money organized and trying to see how I can move ahead with my finances. Okay, in terms of getting more knowledge, because like they say, knowledge is power. So if you're like me, or if you're anything like me, you're going to invest in financial literacy. You're going to educate yourself around money. You're going to learn budgeting. You're going to learn how to make passive income. You're going to you're going to really be smart about it, because it's a good thing. You're going to do a video on financial literacy later on in this year, and then I'm going to show you my journey and how far I've come, and some of the things that I'm doing to make sure that I'm getting good with my money, because it's really, really important, because we really want to be rich. Money is good. It makes all the difference. Okay, yeah. And the last point, of course, last but not least, and it's very important, one thing that I'm also going to do this year is I'm going to be tracking my progress. Okay, for those of you who understand digital world, okay, it's always good to track your your activities on the web. Okay, so this time round I'm going to be tracking my journey. I'm going to be evaluating how far I've come, and I'm going to be doing this in quarters. Okay, so after every 12 weeks I'm going to be sitting down and see how far I am with my goals. And lucky for you, because I'm going to be doing it with you, I'm going to be shooting it, and I'm going to be, you know, showing you how my journey has been, some of the challenges that I've gotten, some of the goals that I've achieved, how I'm trying to fill in the gaps. And then we're going to be encouraging each other, because this channel is all about growth. This channel, it's all about us clapping for one another and you know, growing together. Okay, so I hope 2023 is going to be the very best year, that we are going to achieve all our dreams together, and that we are not going to fall back. It's not going to be just another year. It's going to be a year that is going to count. Okay, but the most important thing for you to do is to take action. Don't just write down the plans. Don't just do the resolution. Go down and work. You have to put in some action. Even as you're praying, you're going to back that prayer with some sort of action, because like they say, faith without action is really dead. Okay, for you to achieve your dreams, you really have to put down, you know, for you to achieve your dreams, you have to really put in the work. Okay, so all along this year I'm going to be posting videos weekly, and I hope you're going to be here, and then we can grow together. Thanks a lot. God bless you. Bye.